Hello, so today I'm going to show you guys how you can turn a button-up dress shirt into a super cute flowy top that's perfect for summer. This is what it looked like before, and this is what it looks like now. Let's get into it. We're going to start by cutting the sleeves off, and we're going to put these aside for later. I then cut off the top part because the collar is what I'm going to be using as the straps. Here is me demonstrating what that would look like. The collar is usually double lined, so you can cut down the middle of the long side and you will have two straps. I folded the strap in half and then sewed down with a 1/4 inch seam allowance. Next, we're going to flip the strap to be the right way. You can use a safety pin, but I didn't have one, so I'm using a needle and a paper clip. You start by poking a hole with the needle and then inserting your paper clip through, and then you're going to push your paper clip through the tube made by the strap. And once you pull it all the way through, it'll flip itself inside out. I'm going to iron the straps flat and then set them aside. I cut right underneath the sleeves and then right above the bottom flap. For the top panel, we're only going to use the part where the sleeves were. Now I'm taking the sleeve and cutting open the seam and also removing the cuff. Repeat with the other sleeve and then set one of them aside. To make the top part longer and fit more comfortably, I'm going to cut out this rectangle. I'm taking the front panel that we cut before, and then I'm going to cut down the sides so that it is a rectangle. I'm gonna align the bottom of it with the piece of fabric that I cut from the sleeve and then trim off the excess, and then I'm gonna repeat that with the back panel. Next, I pinned all the pieces together, and because I wanted to make sure that the piece looks symmetrical, I made sure to align that when pinning. Even though after aligning there's a lot of extra fabric, it still fit really well, so don't worry about this. Now you're gonna sew everything together. You've now finished the top half. Keep going, we're halfway done. To make the bottom panel, we're gonna bring in the second sleeve. Align the sleeve and the bottom panel and cut out a rectangle from the sleeve that's the same height as the panel. This is so that we can include more ruffles and more flow. I'm now marking the middle of the bottom piece, and I'm going to cut that in half. I'm adding the piece we just cut to the middle so that everything is symmetrical. Then I'm going to pin and sew it all together. All that's left is to put all the pieces together. I'm aligning the top panel and the bottom panel, and I'm pinning them together in the middle. You want to make sure that the buttons are with the buttons and the holes are with the holes. And you pin because when you're making the ruffles, it'll make sure that there's the same amount of fabric on each side. And for the ruffles, you can go with whatever pattern you want. You're basically just folding the fabric over itself a bunch of times. So here you can already see the shape of your top, and now you're just gonna sew it together. Now it's time to hem. Fold over the top and bottom by 1/2 inch and then sew with a 1/4 inch seam allowance. The last step is adding the straps. Try on the top and pin down where you'd like the straps to go. Sew them on. Ta-da! Your top is now complete! This was my first ever tutorial, so I hope you guys like it. Please let me know what I can improve on and also what you guys would like to see me upcycle next. Thanks for watching!